So let's just compare 1933 to today. In 1933, the morbidly rich were riding high, almost exactly like 1933, in fact, we have today. This is literally only the second time in American history when three men owned more wealth than the bottom half of the nation, when giant corporations fought unionization tooth and nail, and about half of all new income created every year goes straight to the top 1% and is typically taxed at less than 3%. Like in 1933, Republicans crashed the economy and presented a united front to sabotage Democratic efforts to rebuild it. Here we are now. Republicans have fully revealed their true economic agenda, and twice in the past decades, we've watched them give multi-trillion, actually three times if you include Reagan, watch them give multi-trillion-dollar tax cut and deregulation gifts from the public purse to their billionaire owners while driving our economy straight into the ditch. I mean, you had the Bush crash in 2008, the Trump crash in 2020. They're like the Republican Great Depression of 1929. Back in 1933, women were at the forefront of progressive change. Similarly today, when women got the vote in 1920, the first election in which women participated in really large numbers was the election of 1932 that kicked out the Republican Party from federal office and set the stage for the New Deal. They were outraged that Republicans had thrown their families into poverty, hunger, and homelessness. Women today are outraged that women are trying to seize control, that Republicans are trying to seize control of their bodies and their lives. Like in 1933, climate change is changing the face of America and influencing our politics. You know, after 50 years of lies from this criminal fossil fuel industry and the billionaires it created, we've lost literally 50 years to do something about climate change, and it is kicking us in the butt. And the fossil fuel industry continues to fund lies about climate change. Well, in 1933, they had climate change. It was called the Dust Bowl. FDR did something about it. He put to work millions of people and planting trees. We literally planted millions of trees, and it stopped the Dust Bowl. Like in 1933, working people are rising up against employers who deny them the right to unionize. You know, this firing, beating, even killing strikers was a thing in the 1920s. But FDR made, legalized unions. And Joe Biden has doubled down on that. And so what are we seeing as a result? Well, just in the past year that Biden has been president, the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board, reports a 57% increase in union election petitions. Gallup reports that 71% of Americans approve of unions. 40% of unionized workers say their unions are very important to them. We haven't seen numbers like this since the 1950s. Like in 1933, the religious hustlers and televangelists are preying on low-income Americans while making themselves rich and grasping for political power. Back then, it was Billy Sunday, Sister Amy McPherson, and Father Charles Coughlin. You know, today, you know who it is, and they're trying to change our laws all over the place. Like in 1933, right-wing rhetoric is driving an explosion of attacks on people of color. The year that Franklin Roosevelt was elected, 1933, or the year that he was put in office, 1933, apparently as a result of that election, there was a 350% increase in lynchings in America over just the previous year. Like in 1933, a Democratic president is calling out the fat cats and fascists in the Republican Party. FDR called them economic royalists and said they hate me and I welcome their hatred. Joe Biden is essentially saying the same thing right now. I'm seeing right now this extraordinary parallel between 1933 and today. And if Joe Biden can keep up this momentum, if the president of the United States can continue to call out the fascist Republicans and the fat cats who are trying to control our economy and the crazed religious right-wingers who are trying to stop us from teaching history and human sexuality in school, if he can continue this, down this path, I think we're going to have a good outcome. There were 4 elections that were special elections for seats in the House of Representatives in the last month or two. All 4 of them, the Democrats swept. In Kansas, they put abortion on the ballot with a Citizens Ballot Initiative, and the anti-abortion folks lost hugely. I think this is a turning point. I mean, the bottom line, double check your voter registration and get active. I mean, tag, you're it on this one, right? But I think that we're looking at a positive change. What say you?